Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of our NBL1 doubleheader. It's the Battle of the Bayside, the Southern Sabres taking on the Frankston Blues. It's the Sabres' last game of the season. It's the Blues looking to pick up some more momentum heading into the NBL1 playoffs, and it's the farewell game for a legend of Australian basketball as well. My name is Jamie Hamilton, and I am joined, as always, by Adam Ballinger. Adam, it's been a great season, hasn't it?
It's been interesting, yeah. It's been a good year. It's been a fun time here doing this with you, Jamie.
And, of course, tonight we farewell a legend of Australian basketball, Rhys Carter. 282 NBL games, two-time champs, one with my beloved South Dragons back in the day, and one with the New Zealand Breakers. Over 200 Australian Winter League games, Siebel, Big V, NBL1. And, of course, some time spent over in Sweden, where he is a dual citizen, and some time in England as well. And I, for one, love the way he plays. He never takes a backward step. He's full of confidence. And it's going to be interesting to see him go, and sad to see him go. Now, you played with him for a few seasons. What are your memories of playing with Rhys Carter?
When I first got here, my first job here was he was on the team as a developmental player.
2002?
Maybe not. I think he was contracted, just really young.
Development player 2002, got a full contract in 2003.
Yeah, so it was 2003. That was his full contract, his first full contract year. And just a fun guy to play with, but he was highly skilled, and he was doing all the kind of tricks and stuff with the ball that you see, like the and one type stuff that was big back then. He was always really good at that. But just a good teammate, and he's always, what he's done is he's found a way to fit into every team. Like he's really versatile in what he can do, and he's comfortable doing a lot of different things.
And he's slowed down a bit the last few years. He's admitted that himself. He's been battling ankle and calf injuries over his last few years. Tried to get a spot with Melbourne United 2 years ago. That didn't eventuate, and he kind of realised that maybe his career was coming to an end, but still had a big impact both on and off the court this year with the Sabres. Both in helping this really young team and help develop the kids, you know, the Kingsley Box, Tomo O'Brien, and the younger guys, Jaden Weldon. But he can also still get it. He can still play.
Yeah, he can still play. I mean, he's skilled. I mean, getting older happens to the best of us. You know, things start catching up. You know, an injury that you could recover from in a couple of days can take weeks, and it does. It comes to an end, and it's every player deals with it in different ways. But no matter, you know, if you're finishing on top or you're finishing in a lower league, you're still completing a career that you've in something you've done your whole life and put a lot of effort into. So it's you can kind of take a deep breath and think, oh well, I'm past that now. It's good to be done, but also it's hard. It's hard to move on from something you've done so well at your whole life.
Top scoring last night and getting the start today as the Blues win the tip to start the game. The starting five for the Sabres, we've got Jaden Weldon, Sam McDaniel, Rhys Carter, as we said, Ryan Beastie, and Zach Pantelis. No Dave Barlow today for the Sabres. As the first bucket there for Lachlan Barker. And starting for the Blues, we have Barker, Iggy Hadziomerovic, Damon Bozeman, Majuk, and Najeel Young. Weldon has it at the top. Kicks it out to Carter, first shot, and he knocks it down. Big start for Rhys Carter, 3 points. We're going to be seeing a lot of those today, aren't we?
He's always ready to do that. And that's one of the reasons he's been so successful, because as a guy coming off the bench for all these different teams, he's a guy that can come off with some firepower. So in every game, you know, you've got something on the bench that can potentially change the momentum of the game.
Confidence is never something that he has lacked. Big corner pass. Iggy Hadziomerovic replies with a three of his own.
It's a weird trend of 2 threes to start off the game. I would have thought maybe they'd get a couple dunks.
Go inside to Majuk. Carter once again takes another three. That one rims out, and Majuk pulls down the board. And then a soft foul there from Zach Pantelis. Carter said in the during the week he spoke to journalist expert Roy Ward.
Yep.
One of my idols, Roy Ward, fantastic journalist. He said, once he came to this decision that he was just going to shoot some ridiculous shots. And I don't know how that's any different as Bozeman misses. Don't know how that's any different to what he's done the rest of his career. He's pulling out the skyhook. He pulled another one out last night in Diamond Valley.
Oh, did he?
Beastie, no good. Pantelis almost pulls down the board.
Well, last week, he won the game with a couple of what you would think would be bad shots, but 2 threes that he knocked down that won the game. So
Barker steps on the line there.
It's not just taking the shots; it's having the confidence to think everyone's going in.
But he's still, I guess, one of the things he's been known for, of course, this scoring firepower and the ability to make ridiculous shots. As Beastie in the corner for 3. Too long on that one. He's always been a knuckle-down defender.
Yeah.
Beastie gets his hand on that. Carter pushing it in transition. 4-on-1. Weldon with the tough finish off the dime by Carter. His ability to be a lockdown defender, and any coach can just say, he's not touching the ball anymore, and Carter can do it. And that's what he did last week. He completely shut down Angus Glover.
Yeah, he did in that second half.
And that's what won the Sabres the game, I would say.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah,
Carter, great hands there.
There's a lot of reasons why coaches, while he's been able to stick around in the NBL, and he went from team to team, which is not necessarily you want to do, especially with a family, but that just shows how important he can be to different teams that need different things. He can provide those.
Carter dropping a dime off to Beastie. Bozeman gets his hands all in that.
2 players going on the same ball.
Transition. No good. Loose ball.
Oh, not again. 2 in a row for Frankston. They're both hit off their own players.
Barker and Hadziumarovic not on the same page. Beastie's going to take a seat early for the Sabres. Jamie Baddish checking in. But is the type of player that a coach can just call his number when required. Doesn't need to play 30, 35 minutes. As Weldon, in rhythm, puts up that shot. Scores locked here at 7 apiece. Inside to Majuk. Majuk, he dumps off the pass. And then Najeel Young spent it before he had it. Carter has it. Pantelis, the trailing 3, no good. Carter pulls down the board. Fakes the pass, just rims out on the shot. Inside to Majuk. Majuk, mismatch on McDaniel. And then the foul called inside. That's whistled on Sam McDaniel. Blues going to look to give it inside to Majuk. Majuk as much as they can, because as we've known all year, the Sabres don't have the size.
Yeah, and with Barlow out, who's a guy who can play the 1 through the 5, truly, especially at this level.
One of many on this team.
It's going to hurt for him. But you can't blame Barlow for sitting this one out. Last game of the year, he's got a whole NBL season to think of. I think it's okay with me that he's sitting it out.
Bozeman drives in, dumps off the pass, inside to Majuk. Majuk, and a shot clock violation. Just took too long, too many opportunities. A little bit too unselfish that time by the Blues.
Yeah, slow
Someone just had
to
put the shot up. McDaniel brings it up. Almost finds Zach Pantelis. Sabres going to keep possession down on the baseline. Catch a lucky break there. McDaniel has it at the top, stops on the dime like he always does, puts in the elbow jump shot like he always does.
Those hot spots for him. Whenever he gets in those areas, his shoes start to glow like an NBA Jam. That's where he needs to get, and he's shooting like 90% from there.
Carter takes a seat. Kingsley Box checking in. And the ceremonial passing of the torch there. Majuk has it, double come straight away. Basket's good, and the foul as well. Pantelis whistled for the foul there. Sam McDaniel going down a little bit too easy there, playing for the whistle. The referee Battier not having a bar of that one.
Defensively, that was great positioning. They had him doubled, and he was underneath the basket, but then took the charge. It didn't get called, and that opened up the layup for him.
Majuk heading to the line here for a bonus free throw.
Substitution for the Sabres. Nick Tata checking in for the Sabres.
Nick Tata's going to check in for the Sabres. Try and go a bit of size for size here. Majuk knocking down that free throw. He's going to take a seat. Dan Triss checking in for the Blues. Dan Triss not quite as big as Majuk, but can stretch the floor a bit more. Tata has it. He's trying to use his size advantage. Not very often this season that you hear a Sabres player with a size advantage.
Yeah, that's true. Did Tata, he was at Frankston, wasn't he? Did you say he was with Frankston before coming here?
Frankston Jr.
Frankston Jr., okay.
That shot misses there. Hadjimarovic pushes the ball up the court. Screen comes, there's the mismatch.
Nice pass.
Okay, look there, Najeel Young throws it down.
Nice.
Beautiful
nice
baseline cut there. Sam McDaniel inside. Kicking it to Triss, gets the ball just stolen out of his hands there. Iggy with a beautiful pass there, showtime. Showtime here. Dan Triss finishing it off. Coach Cooper Brown calling a timeout, putting an end to that straight away.
A little extra sauce on that, but that was pretty. That was nice. Two great passes in a row.
Blues did take a little bit to get into the game, but now they definitely looking a lot more comfortable there. Slow start there by the Blues, but they managed to get their way into the game a little bit. I think once Carter sat down, they said, "Okay, we can start to play properly now. We don't need to do any. It's no more ceremonies. Let's actually play." And they're looking pretty good now, especially if they're running a bit of showtime like that.
Yeah, I think the Sabres, they're going to play hard and they're going to fight to the end. But there's always that thing in the back of your head as well. This has been a long season. This is our last game. We might have a little bit of a break after this, kind of time to regroup. And these games can get hard to play if Frankston continues to play really well and put the pressure on them.
Well, the Blues do have a bit to play for in this game. There's a bit to play in every game. Not only do they want to keep the momentum rolling as they storm on into finals, but they can overtake Nunawading and get into second place if they win by enough. Either way, they're going to be playing the Spectres next week in the first round of the NBL1 finals, but home court advantage means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You played at Nunawading for a year, and the Graveyard, as they call it, it's a tough place to play.
Yeah, it is.
They packed that place out. More showtime by the Blues, and a foul's called.
It's fun to watch. Yeah, you're right. You play all season, and you do like to get rewarded with that home court advantage. You're not doing things right if you don't have a home court that gives you like a 10-point advantage when you start.
Weldon's going to take a seat. Carter checking back in. Alistair McDonald at the line shooting too. It's his first season back at Frankston after spending the last few years right here with the Sabres. The Frankston Jr. looking to reward his junior club, and he does by hitting 2 free throws. Blues have the early lead, 16-9, 4.5 left in the first quarter. Carter with the handoff to Box. Carter drives in. Shots up. Just rims out there by Siganini. Pushing it. Lucky bounce there. Hadjimarovic drives in. Tough finish. No good. Good defense there by the Sabres. Carter, he's left alone. You know he's going to take that shot. Just rims out. Siganini almost gets the tip in. Not happy, wants the foul. Inside to Trist. He gets double straight away. Hadzimarovic takes the 3. That's a bit too short there. He knew that was a bad shot as well, as did Coach Harms. Box stops on a dime. Tough shot there. Couple poor shots in a row here from both sides.
Yeah, it's probably going to be an up and down game. Well, they all have, really.
That's the way the Sabres like to play.
Yeah, they take their opportunities. There's no bad shots.
That is a good shot and a tough shot there from Damon Bozeman. Turning on the spin cycle. It is windy today. It's nice to do some washing, get the spin cycle going. Kingsley Box. He knocks down the 3. Box has been doing that all year with this Sabres team. Had a great season. Probably one of the stars.
Yeah, I would say that's a definite positive going into next year is having a guy like him coming back and aging and maturing his game. Great
baseline cut. Good weak side help there. Box pushing it in transition. And he's still a young kid. He's still got plenty to improve on.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He definitely has the confidence as he hits back-to-back 3s. And I mean, that's probably one of the things that playing this year with Carter has taught him.
Yeah.
Have the confidence, take the shot.
Yeah, and the system too. But you're right. He's skinny and wiry, but he's
fight for the board. Pulls down the board. Carter's running the break, looking for a pass. He finds it. Great finish there, Jamie Siganini. Coach Harms calls a timeout. He doesn't like the way that things are looking right now. Just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Sabres have brought it back to a 1-point game, 17-18, off the hot shooting by Kingsley Box. He has come off the bench and back-to-back 3s, looking real good. And like you said, the Sabres have been playing scrappy all year. That's the way they like. They like to junk it up. They don't like plays being run or anything like that. And the Blues don't play like that. The Blues, or at least it's not working for them if they do. They need that rhythm. They need the flow. They need the set plays. And at the moment, Blues kind of playing down to the Sabres level, or playing the Sabres game instead of playing their own game, and it hasn't been working for them.
Yeah, well, the way the Sabres have played all year, I mean, their win-loss record isn't great, but they've been in most games, and they are a good team with a very good system that can be tough to play against. But do you know what the point difference they're going for is tonight?
Not off the top of my head.
Not in your research either?
No, I didn't. Don't call me out for...
Oh, there's very little that's not in your research.
Thing.
I'm trying to stump you. This is like a game show or something. I'm trying to find something you don't know.
I'll make sure to find out. The Blues have the ball.
We'll get back to the loyal fans on what the actual difference
Deep 3s up there. No good from Alistair McDonald. Carter pulls down the board. He is stuffing the stat sheet early.
Yeah, he's got a lot of boards.
He wants to end his career like Kobe with a 50-point game.
Let's get at least a triple-double.
He's got it here. Crosses one way, goes the other, loses it. McDonald pushing it. And he just rattles home. Nick Tata not looking too good. He's hobbled straight to the bench. Pantelis checks in for him. He's grabbing the back of his leg. He's, dare I say it, a calf or an Achilles.
Yeah.
Not looking in the best of ways right now.
Yeah, I think they'd be more of a panic if it was an Achilles, maybe a strain or just a tweak or something like that.
Not worth the risk in the last game of the year. Kingsley Box takes another 3. No good. Beastie crashing the boards hard, but Dan Trish too strong. Barker pushes the kicks down the corner. Drives in. Extra passing. Great ball movement by the Blues. And McDonald rewards the great passing there. Knocking down the 3.
Good shot by out there. He was a developmental player when I was with my first year, maybe 2 years with Melbourne Tigers. Mornington, the guy, Will, right there. Oh, great pass.
Great passing there by Carter. Beastie takes the 3. just rims out. Trist with another big, strong board. Carter almost comes up with it. And then once again, the extra pass by the Blues, and that deserved to go down. Trist finds the O board. Kicks it back into him. And just muscles through Ryan Beastie there, does Dan Trist. Kingsley Box has it, kicks it to Carter. And that's quarter time, and that caught everyone off guard there.
I thought we already had quarter time. That was his timeout, I guess. We're just having too much fun.
Even I didn't realize it was quarter time. And Coach Cooper Brown not happy. He's frustrated with his team that they just for the poor game awareness. And it's a game of runs here. Sabres with an 8-0 run, and then the Blues finishing the quarter on a 7-0 run. Blues have the lead 25-17. What were you saying about a development player?
No, so Al was a development player when I was with
Al McDonald with the Tigers.
And then Will, what's his last name?
Pierce.
Will Pierce, when I was working with Mornington a few years ago, was a junior there. He was playing for one of the teams and went off to college, and I think he was there for a few years. And
Man of the people you are.
Yeah. I'm everywhere. Your
little black book's not so little. Well, Pierce is the Perth native. So
is he from Perth?
From Perth.
Well, he was down
Came over here.
But it's good to see him doing so well. I mean, that's truly a guy who's come up from a system, but he's never been, he was never like
never been the superstar, the big name
of any teams or anything like that. He's put in a lot of hard work, and it's paying off.
Taking a look at the quarter time stats, McDonald leading the way for the Blues with 7 points off the bench. Dan Trist, he's got 4 points as well. But everyone chipping in a bit for the Blues to start the game. All but one player to hit the court has already scored. Definitely doing it by committee. And for the Sabres, Weldon's got 4 as well. Carter's got his big 3. And then McDaniel and Siganini have 2 apiece. Kingsley Box coming off the bench, hitting 6 big points on back-to-back threes. Just about to get back underway here. Neither team really with any real control over the game. It's been a game of runs. Both sides been very up and down. Not a lot of structure to this game. I guess we've become a bit accustomed to that with the Sabres games.
The overall talent of Frankston might overwhelm the Sabres after a while, but we'll see if they can keep it
Not if Kingsley Box keeps going the way he is.
Yeah, he's been a joy to watch this year. He really is.
He's one that we might see creep up in the next few years as Majuk finishing. Great move there. Kingsley Box with another off the great pass there from Tom O'Brien. But that was all started by Carter. Just his court vision, his ability to read the play before it's actually happened. Great read there by Beastie, tipping that pass out of bounds. Carter has spent the last few years coaching, as he's been working with Melbourne United the last year or so as Majuk finishes off inside. He's been a development coach there, and now he's kind of running their youth development camp type thing, their high performance. And great move there. Beastie with the 3, and that's no good. But he's never been the most talented player. He's never been the star. But that's the kind of player that you want leading these camps and things like this.
Yeah, a guy.
They know they have to work. They know they need to put in. Great pass there, Majuk. And then Barker puts up the 3. Beastie's just outmatched there, and Majuk throws it down. This season with the Blues has been massive for Majak's confidence. Fell out of the rotation at Melbourne United, then fell out of the rotation at New Zealand in the NBL, and didn't have a contract until a few weeks ago, and then just dominating this league. as the three-point shot misses and Box chases it down, dominating the league, earning that All-NBL selection in that tour of China. And now he's found himself a spot with the reigning premiers in Perth, in the Perth Wildcats.
If there's anywhere you can go to improve your game and your development, it would be Perth. They run an incredible program over there.
Screen set there. Carter has it, then loses it. Alistair McDonald gets his hands in there. Majuk just reminds everyone that he's a center and he can't dribble the ball.
He doesn't want to. doesn't care about being a 1 through 5 player.
Deep three there from McDonald. And he knocks that down. And Coach Cooper Brown calls a timeout, not liking what he's seeing. The lead is ballooned out to 13 points. We've played 2.5 minutes in the second quarter, and the Blues are up 34-21. And yet Majuk, he struggled when he was at Melbourne United, playing behind the likes of Josh Boone, and then having Barlow who can check in the centre and players like that, and then didn't get any easier for him when he went to New Zealand Breakers, playing behind Sean Long, who one Corey Homicide Williams will consistently say is the best centre in the league, better than Andrew Bogut. And based on the way he's playing, it's hard to argue. But he's come back to the local league and he's putting in work and dominating the league. I mean, he's averaging 11 points, 9 rebounds, and a block. And his year at Perth is going to be very interesting.
It will be. You don't know. I mean, usually at the start of the season, everybody gets a chance to play, and then as the season comes to the pointy end, the rotations get less and less. So I don't know if that was the case or, it just wasn't a good fit for him. But this is what you need to do. You need to get your reps up, and you need to play as much as you can, get in front of as many people as you can. But you only get so many chances, so hopefully it works out for him.
Got to make the most of it. And, I mean, the way he's been playing so far and the way he played in the All-NBL Tour of China not too long ago, he's definitely playing like a man who deserves some minutes in the red next year. Sabres have the ball. Sam McDaniel's checked back in. He's got the mismatch. Carter says, don't worry, I'll take the shot and I'll knock it down. And then he gives Iggy a little bit of a stare down afterwards, says, you took my spot at Melbourne United, young blood.
I'm not sure if he was staring him down or was he thinking, oh, thank God that went in.
It's Reece Carter, it was probably the stare down.
Yeah.
Majuk. That one's a little bit too short. Carter with the rebound. McDaniel almost comes up with the quarterback pass. No good there. Bozeman, he's got a head of steam. Takes the Euro step, draws the foul. Basket's no good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot two. Jaden Weldon whistled for that foul. Bit unlucky with that one, just his foot was sticking out a little bit too much. Pantelis takes a seat. Jamie Siganini's going to check back in. Damon Bozeman to the line. Had a tryout with Melbourne United in 2017. Played in a few of their pre-season warm-up games against Team China and then against, I think it was Tennessee State.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Didn't quite make the squad.
It's tough, man. Especially as an import, you really, guys with NBA experience are now the type of imports they get now. So it can be really tough to try and work your way into it.
O'Brien stops on a dime, loses the ball. Bozeman has it here, 2-on-2. Lobs up and finesses it in. Lachlan Barker with the soft touch. Tough finish there.
That was tough. One-hand catch, one-hand finish.
And then Bozeman just rips the ball out of Weldon's hands. Another 2-on-1 here. Reece Carter hits the wall hard. Commits the foul there. Veteran move.
Yeah, good foul, because I think that was going to be another alley-oop.
Another lob, and that one might have been a little bit of a better finish. Badish and Beastie have checked back in for the Sabres. Weldon and O'Brien going to take a seat. Blues ball on the baseline. 21 seconds on the shot clock here. What can they do? Inbound threes up straight away, no good. Oh board, Iggy tries the no-look pass, throws it straight to Sam McDaniel, and then just throws a bullet. And that's a tough finish there by Najeel Young. The D all over him. I'm not sure if these are the Frankston Blues or the Harlem Globetrotters and some of their passes.
Looks like they have like a bet going who can throw the most no-look passes. At the end of the game, they got a pot of money, and they got whoever did it gets the money at the end.
Badish just knocks down a three and says, "Don't need any flashy stuff when I can finish like this." Majuk gets the shot blocked by Beastie, and then Siganini pulling down the board, and Carter's running it. Gets the screen, extra pass. Sam McDaniel's wide open. And that shot's off, and Hadziumerovic pushing it now. He's got the ball on a string. Another no-look pass. That one didn't quite pay off either to Najeel Young. And he just throws it, and it's going to keep rolling. And the Sabres are going to have the ball on their baseline.
Both sides, Kingsley Box. In for the Sabres, Tom Garrett and Dan Trist both in for the
Refs are having a chat about where it is. Is it on the baseline? Is it on the sideline? No, it's right in the corner.
Right in the corner.
Couple subs in both sides. Kingsley Box has checked back in for the Sabres. Dan Trist checks in for the Blues, as does Tom Garrett, seeing his first minutes. Badish has it. Out to Box. Pass was a little bit too close and
too hard.
Just scones Kingsley Box.
Never throw a pass to someone you can touch. Have you ever heard that before?
I have.
I think I told you that.
Hadziumerovic has it. Big cross-court pass. Thought about the shot now. Young has it with Beastie on him. Beastie plays good D almost, and then he draws the foul right at the last second.
Sabres foul number 8, Ryan Beastie. First personal, third team foul.
Najeel Young's going to the line here for the Blues. Played in the G League last year, did Najeel Young for the Santa Cruz Warriors. So you know he can play, and someone's looking at him. He was on the fringe, on the verge of the NBA.
Yeah, G League. How close though? Do you know how fringy was he for
getting in? Playing in the G League at all is a big deal.
Yeah, I don't
Blues
know.
with the O board.
It is a big deal.
Averaged around 3 points, so not a superstar in the G League, but
yeah,
being involved in that organisation, especially the. Oh my! It doesn't matter what I say. Damon Bozeman is going to hit a big three. Being involved in that organisation, in that Golden State vibe, they've got a championship mentality, so definitely picked up some stuff there. Sam McDaniel hits another tough shot. We're going tough shot for tough shot here.
Tough pass for tough pass, tough shot for tough shot.
Young has it at the top. Now to Bozeman. He's got Kingsley Box on him. Box knows he can shoot. Now to Trist with McDaniel on him. These two would have had some battles in Melbourne United training, and Trist is just too strong. Coach Cooper Brown wants an offensive foul. And Jamie Siganini says, "Don't worry, coach, I'll just hit a three."
Well, they've always got the threes in their back pocket. They've always got a chance to get hot shooting threes, so they're always in it.
Got 5 three-point shooters on the floor here. It's what it's like most of the time this Sabres unit is on. Shot just rims out. Bozeman tries hard, tries to will it in. Box almost throws it away. McDaniel has it now on the wing. Tough shot. Foul's called. Bozeman stunned at that foul call. McDaniel to go to the line here. Jamie Badish takes a seat. Jaden Walden checking in. And then for the Blues, in comes Alistair McDonald and Will Pearce. Sam McDaniel to the line here. 17.8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists and a steal and a bit per game.
Yeah, he's had a really good year.
Big year.
And, you know, every time he gets that elbow and it's so effective, you think they should do that every time, but it's hard with the way the system they play. You kind of forget about it and forget about him being able to do that, and then he does it again. You think, well, maybe we should have done that more often by the end of the game.
Really looking to have a big year is McDaniel. He's playing behind some really good guards at Melbourne United. It's Dan Trist. Speaking of people who had tough years, Trist goes to the line. Beastie whistled for the foul there. That's his second. Sam McDaniel playing behind the likes of this year at Melbourne United, Mello Trimble and Chris Golding.
Yeah, those are some big-time players to play behind.
That one just rims out there from Dan Trist. He's treated, McDaniel's treating this year like a, kind of like a, this is who I can be, Coach Vickerman. This is who I am. To Dean Vickerman and to Paul Hanato. Let me play some minutes. There's a turnover there. And then Weldon comes from the weak side and just picks Dan Trist's pocket.
Substitution for the Sabres. Zach Mantelis checking in.
Coach Cooper Brown really going through the subs here.
Might as well.
He's
it's the last game of the year. They don't have that many. I guess they've got 9 guys, so everybody can play. Everybody knows the system.
Andrew Harms calls a timeout for the Frankston Blues. 2 minutes 21 left in the second quarter. Sabres down 12, 46 to 34. Now, as we the Sabres might not be playing finals. The Blues will be next week. They've already booked in their date with the Nunawading Spectres. Court, the venue to be determined. But as we take a look at some of the other finals that will be going on next week, Ballarat and Kilsyth. Ballarat got off to an amazing start this year. Were unbeatable until they got beaten by the Sabres. And Ballarat's just experience and their talent has just taken over. That's going to be a very interesting game. And then Geelong will be taking on either Dandenong or Hobart. That one's still to be determined. I imagine the Dandenong Waverley game has gone final as well. And then Melbourne taking on Bendigo. We've got very interesting matchups. So make sure that you tune in to the NBL1 finals starting next week for the men, and then the week after for the women. Blues have the ball. McDonald threads the needle. And then he gets it back and takes the 3 from his knees. Tough shot there. The defender had plenty of time to close out on that one as he had to catch it from his knees, and he still manages to knock down the 3. And then a turnover straight off the inbound. And then the Sabres get it back, and then a foul gets called.
Wild times. Sabredom.
Najil Young not too happy there. Pretty unlucky. But either way, Sabres catch a lucky break there.
Down 15. You'd like to, if it's possible, to get it to single digits.
Get it
going into the
2 minutes.
Half. 2 minutes.
Back-to-back threes. Kingsley Box is on.
It's only 2 threes.
If the Blues keep fouling like this, then maybe it'll just be free throws. Alistair McDonald a little bit too over-eager playing D there. Jamie Baddish and Reece Carter check back in for the Sabres. 1 minute 53 left in the second quarter. 34 to 49. Blues have the lead. Ball's inside to Pantelis. He finds the cross-court pass on the wing. Too strong there. Pantelis pulls down the board. Strong there. Then Daniel throws it away. McDonald attacking. Great defense there by Jaden Weldon, and he's shaking up. Knocked all of the air out of his lungs there. 3-point shots up. No good. And then a foul called on the rebounding.
Sabres foul, number 11, Zach Pantelis.
Twisted on Zach Pantelis. He's not happy there. He's chatting to the ref saying, what did I do? Dan Trist going to the line here. Pantelis is going to take a seat. Jamie Sigonini checking back in.
So Trist is going to the Phoenix next year. What do you think? What do you think he provides it to a team, to an NBL team?
I see he's kind of like that Dan Kickett in a way that he can go inside, outside. He can stretch the floor a little bit. Maybe not as. I mean, it's tough to be as good a shooter as Dan Kickett. He's 50, 40, 90 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Not many people can do that. But it's interesting because the Phoenix have got a lot of forwards on their team.
Yeah, they've stacked them up.
Dan Trist, Dane Pinot signed to them. Mitch Creek signed to them.
I don't know if Mitch will ever play for them, though. I mean, not this year. I think
that's the thing. They've kind of already prepared to not have him. And they almost, in a way, caught a lucky break with because they originally signed Chima Maneki as the three-point shot's up, and that's no good. And Trist pulls down the board. Chima Maneki, who was he'd been at college and he's been playing in Europe. As the three-point shot's up there, McDonald, that one's no good. Carter pulls down the board, starts the break. McDaniel dishes it off, draws all the defenders. Late foul called. Sabres going to keep possession. Yeah, they originally signed Chima Maneki, who's a forward, assuming that he was an Australian citizen because he grew up in Australia, but he turns out he wasn't an Australian citizen. So, in a way, they sort of caught a lucky break in that they lost a forward, but they didn't need another forward. And they've got the talent as Australians. Good play there, Jamie Sigonini with the mid-range J. So it'll be interesting to see Trist and Pinot playing, see how much they actually play together. As the ball gets lost there. Shot clock kicking down. 17-second difference here, shot clock, game clock. A 9-second difference, excuse me. Tough shot there by Najil Young. Shot clock's turned off here for the Sabres. They can hold for the last possession. Carter doesn't want that to happen. He wants all of his stats. I think in his last game, he just wants to be on the highlight reel as much as possible.
Maybe. Or,
he wants to feature
maybe a
all
win,
over it.
That may be out of reach.
Sabres have the ball on the baseline. 13 seconds left in the half. Shot clock's turned off. They get it into McDaniel. He's being harassed there by Najil Young. Brings it back up top. Shot clock ticks down. Carter, of course, he's going to take the shot, and he's going to knock it down. Dead eye three. And that is half-time here at the Sabre Dome. 14-point advantage the way of the Blues, 39-53. It seems like the halftime, the message on the board to start the game was give Reece Carter the ball. I don't know it was if Coach Cooper Brown wrote that or if Reece Carter wrote that himself. But it has definitely been the Reece Carter show. He's got 9 points early. Kingsley Box leading the way for the Sabres with 10. And then McDonald for the Blues leading the way for them with 13 points as well. It's been a scrappy game. Sabres love scrappy games, though. As you said, just that kind of that experience and that just extra talent level that the Blues have kind of tipping them over the edge here. But it's much easier for players to get up on milestone games, and I guess a retirement game is the biggest milestone game of them all.
Yeah, they're playing hard. That's not. I mean, that's one thing you never worry about with them.
They always play hard.
Yeah, they always play hard.
You can never fault them for that.
Yeah, they need to shoot well to win, and honestly they need Barlow to be playing. I don't think he's coming in the second half.
Maybe he's got his uniform on underneath those tracky pants. He's going to rip them off. Change teams halftime. Like, what's that movie? Either way. Semi-pro.
Yeah,
that's it.
Coffee Black.
With the Spurs. Going back to the Tropic Thunder. Well, at halftime here at the Sabre Dome, Blues have the lead 53-39. We're going to take a short break and we will be back in about 5 minutes. back live at the Southern Basketball Stadium. It's the Southern Sabres taking on the Frankston Blues in what I have dubbed the Battle of the Bayside. I think you should catch on.
I like it. Maybe if it was a bigger game, that might catch on.
Blues,
a hashtag or something, at least.
Blues have the lead at the moment, 53-39. And these two teams played just 2 weeks ago. The undermanned Southern Sabres missing a few of their players and coach Nathan Cooper-Brown as well. Never really got out of the blocks, with the Blues ending up winning comfortably. Now, having played so recently, does it make it easier or harder to play them again so soon?
That is a good question. I think there's probably positive and negatives to both, but maybe easier because you know what you're going up against, because in that amount of time they wouldn't have time to change anything. So it's basically the same team and same game, same players.
Of course, the Blues having a shaky start to the season, but right now they're probably the form team of the entire league, having defeated Ballarat, Nunawading and Geelong, the number 1, 2 and 4 teams all around them, and with Dan Trist leading the way with 14.3 points, 7.5 rebounds and 3 assists. He, after having a tough year in the NBL, is having a solid NBL1 season, full of confidence after earning his contract with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Taking a look at the stats leaders at the moment for the Frankston Blues. McDonald leading the way with 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field. Dan Trist has 9 points, as do Damon Bozeman and Majuk really sharing the ball around. And as we've touched on all year, it makes it a lot harder when you got a whole bunch of guys that can score, and it's not just one guy leading all the way.
Get your arms ready to stand up and do some moves.
We're just about to get back underway here. Both teams just with their final last-minute adjustments, drawing up their first play for everything. Sabres without Dave Barlow tonight. Pretty unfortunate for him because he was just shy of the 50-49 club. We just mentioned we just mentioned Dan Kickett doing it in back-to-back seasons in the NBL. 51% from the field, 90% from the line, 38% from 3. He's not one to chase the stats.
No, not really. Not really. He doesn't have much to prove at this level and at this point in his career.
Blues have the ball as we get started here in the third quarter. Majuk has it at the top. Baseline cut. Great D there from Brian Beastie. Bozeman can't get his shot up. Carter can get his shot up, though.
And will.
Just rims out. Now Bozeman has it. Jaden Moulton just knocking that out of bounds. Plenty of interesting matchups going on across the court here. We got the veteran against the rookie in a few different spots. We got Carter matching up with Lachlan Barker. Not that Barker's a rookie, but he's still young. He's still improving. He's hunting an NBL contract. Hadziumirovic, he wants to get back in the league, and that won't do him any harm, as he knocks down the layup and draws the foul. That one on Zach Pantelis, and he takes a seat straight away. He's on 4 fouls. Iggy Hadziumirovic back to the line. NBL All-Rookie Team 2015-16. He's desperate to get back in the league and averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists this year. I have no doubt that he is on every team's radar. Beastie has it at the top, kicks it to McDaniel. Back up top, now to Weldon. Big screen comes. Najeel Young taps that out of bounds. Playing some great D. Sabres only have 5 seconds to get a shot up now. Carter's going to inbound. 3-point line extension. Lobs it up. McDaniel thought about it. Corner 3. Just rims out. Carter, great tip there. That's a veteran move, and Majuk. Weak side block. Bozeman shaking up a bit there.
Reese getting his hands in on that one, keeping it alive.
It's a crafty veteran maneuver there. He's been doing that for a very long time.
See Tata on crutches.
Tata walking down the baseline. He's not looking too good. He's already got that lower leg ankle area taped up. Maybe it was a little bit more serious than we first thought. Try and give you an update if we can get one. Sabres have the fresh 14. Weldon has it at the top. Now to McDaniel. Mid-range jump shot. That's his area. Beastie just taps it off the head of Najeel Young. And Sabres going to get another possession. Beastie's going to inbound here for the Sabres. He finds McDaniel. Screen comes now to Weldon. Not a lot going on offense here, but Reese Carter is going to change that. He shot a little bit to the left, and the Blues bring it back up here. Young at the top. Now to Hadziumarovic looking to get it inside. Corner 3, tough shot, hand in his face, no good. McDaniel does a great job of boxing out the much larger Majuk. Beastie tries to thread the needle, doesn't quite pay off. Ball's tipped out, Sabres going to keep possession. Got to get it in, they finally do. Weldon takes the 3. Almost gets the friendly roll. Beastie fighting for that rebound with Bozeman. Doesn't quite pay off. And Carter with another sneaky little veteran foul there. Trying to play it off like he was trying to take a charge, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Second team foul of the quarter for the Sabres. Second personal foul on Carter as well. Cross-court pass. Tough shot. Just rims out. Unlucky there for Barker. But those are the types of shots that he loves. Almost gets the ball stolen out of his hands to Sigonini. McDaniel. Now back to Sigonini. Shot clock's running down. Got to get a shot up. It's in the right person's hands. Carter. Weldon tries to dish it off.
Too many passes. A couple too many passes.
Carter's frustrated with himself. Knows he should have taken that shot. We've played 3 minutes here in the third quarter. It's a 17-point advantage to the Blues. Corner 3's knocked down there, Lachlan Barker. Don't think they read the scouting report there. Barker's going to take any shot he can.
Yeah, he's been open there in the corner a few times.
Carter throws it away. There's Barker. He'll dish it off as well to Iggy.
Too many steps.
And then a travel called there. Take your pick on who that travel was on. We've got subs coming in here. Kingsley Box checks back in for the Sabres, and then for the Blues, Dan Trist and Al McDonald have checked back in. Bozeman about to take a seat, having a chat with the coach. Weldon tries to pass it to Beastie. Got a pylon on the court here. And we're all friends in the end. Everything's all good.
Everybody kind of knows the situation, I think. You're playing hard, but they don't want to cause anything too crazy.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. They got playoffs next week.
0-0 draw, shake hands, we're all good.
Yeah.
And our hard-working floor wiper.
60th game.
60th game.
He is hard-working, though. You've mentioned him before, but he's everywhere. Probably top 5 in the world, I would say.
He's one of the all-time greats.
Definitely in Victoria.
He works up just as much of a sweat as he wipes up on the floor as well. He got given a card and everything before the game today. Happy 60th. He's earned it.
Yeah, he is, for sure.
Weldon has it at the top. Shot clock's running down. Loses the defender, kicks it to Kingsley. Box! 3 just too strong. Weldon pulls down the board, though. Shot clock's ticking down, got to make something happen. Great pass inside to Box. Jaden Weldon threading the needle through the eye of the defense. We've seen some fantastic passes in this game.
Yeah, we have. I think there's something going on with the no-look passes. Maybe they've just always done this.
Guard stocks here. Australia does not have a shortage of guards, that's for sure. Hadzir Merovic, too strong on that 3. And Box. McDaniel goes baseline, draws the foul.
First foul, number 8, Lachlan Barker.
Lachlan Barker whistled for that foul. Sam McDaniel has, for a guy his size, he has a quick first step.
Yeah, he's got the whole package, the total package. There's a reason he's in the NBL.
If he was at any other team, he would be raking up the minutes, but it just so happens that he's playing behind some of the best guards in the league. Hits the first free throw. And his size is such a big advantage as well. He can back down the smaller guards. He can rise up above the smaller guards. He can take the bigger guards to the ring and finish over them. Once he gets that little bit of polish and just fine tunes everything, he is going to be a player of the future. Trist, he's a player of right now. Just backing down Beastie.
Same as foul, number 8, Ryan Beastie. 3rd personal, 3rd team foul. To the line for the Blues, Dan Trist.
Trist going to go to the line. Tristan McDaniel sharing a few words.
Yeah.
They would have battled in practice a few times over the last year or so. Beastie and Young sharing a few words as well. It's all friendly. We're all friends here. Trist misses the front end. Hits the back end though. Pierce is going to check in for the Blues. Hadzir Merovic taking a seat. Jamie Baddish checking in for the Sabres. Sam McDaniel going to take a seat. Played about 5 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. It's an 18-point advantage and a poor turnover, and pays for it on the other end. Too strong is Najeel Young, and he knows it as well.
Yeah, that was a lazy pass, inbounds pass, and pretty easy pickings for that turnover.
And Siganini knows it as well. He's just going to go sit right at the end of the bench.
Walking very slowly to the end of the bench.
Gets a high five from the coach, but that's about it. He knows that one's on him. Foul called on the rebounding contest. And then Trist whistled for the foul on the rebounding contest as well. Didn't quite see what happened there. Weldon bringing the ball up, gets ahead of his defender. Kicks it back up top to Beastie, who loses it and then almost threads the needle. Pantelis recovers. It's a scrappy game at the moment. And an unlucky foul. And Jaden Weldon goes crashing into the NBL1 women who are sitting along the baseline.
Yeah.
Just introducing himself to some friends. Game's gone really scrappy the last few minutes.
It has. It has. A bit more physical.
That's the way the Sabres like to play, though. They don't like it pretty. They like it scrappy with some threes going up and some offensive rebounds. Foot violation called there. Sabres get a fresh 14. They're going to inbound right in front of the Frankston bench. Beastie has it. Blues in a zone at the moment. Pantelis kicks it in. Deep three there for Weldon. Just rims out, gets it back, thought about it again. Sees a gap, takes on the bigs, and he finishes amongst the land of the Giants. That's a tough finish there over the outstretched hand of the 7-foot center, Majuk.
Yeah, good little teardrop in the middle of the lane.
Pierce has it in the corner, turns it over. Frankston get the numbers back first. Weldon cops a hit to the face. No whistle, Beastie shot just rims out. Another three for the Sabres and another miss. Starting to look like the Sabres of old. They're relying too heavily on the three. Now Trist has it. Trist has the size and the power advantage. Just shoves him out of the way. Shoves two out of the way. And then the even bigger Majuk comes up with the rebound. That's even harder.
Trist is bullying his way down to the post. He has the finish. He's going middle. He's got the finish over that right shoulder, but he does not want to finish that way, so he's drop-stepping back to the lane where all the traffic is. Elbows and knees are flying everywhere.
Pantelis is a bit shaken up. He copped a hit.
Where you do not want to get hit.
I wouldn't want to get hit anywhere by Dan Trist, let alone there. Shots up, playing for the foul, and he gets it and the three! Badish knocks down the three. And that foul's whistled on Alistair McDonald. And he wants a flop. He thought there was no contact there. Carter and McDaniel check back in. Box and Beastie take a seat for the Sabres. Jeremy Badish playing well, getting plenty of minutes this game.
4-point play.
He's up to 10 points now, coming off the bench. Coach Cooper Brown really running through his subs tonight, giving everyone, it's like an under-12 domestic game, equal court time.
Equal points for everybody, yep. That's your most important job as a coach in domestic.
Majuk playing physical, trying to get the ball inside. Tough shot put up by Pierce, and it's no good. Carter pulls down the board. Finds the hot hand. Just rims out. Unlucky there for Badish. Carter needs a few of those shots to fall if he wants his triple-double. He's only got the one assist. Majuk, great pass. Dumps it off to Weldon. Sabres flirting with a tech foul for flopping. They keep going the way they are. McDaniel has got the mismatch on Trist. Throws it over his shoulder to Pantelis. That one goes down. That's a highlight right there.
Good pass. Very good court vision. Put it on the money, too, right in the shooter's hands where he didn't have to do anything with it other than go up for a shot.
Pierce has it now to Trist. Majuk, he's just perfect position. He's too strong, too big, too long, too good. Pantelis gets the handoff to McDaniel. That's his shot.
Loves that area. Loves it.
We're going bucket for bucket at the moment. 90 seconds left in the third quarter. Sabres have cut the lead down to 16 now, 53-69. Trist playing for the foul there.
Looked like something, but maybe he oversold it a bit. I thought it was the foul. Everyone stood around like it was a foul.
Coach Harms is shocked there on the bench. And Trist is just a little bit baffled at the moment. Moss has it now to Trist, looking to get it inside. They get it to where they want, and Majuk just loses it. A poor finish there. He wants that one back. McDonald has it. Takes McDaniel, excuse me. Inside to Majuk, and that one gets called. Jaden Weldon whistled for that one. Siganini checks back in. Siganini and Zach Pantalis have just been going 1-for-1 the whole game. It really is like a domestic game. You go, yeah. You big for your big.
Yeah.
Your guards for your guards. Who am I to question Nathan Cooper-Brown? There's a reason he's coaching this team, and he's the one of the high performance coaches of Basketball Victoria, and I just sit here talking about it.
Well, that's our job. I mean, he probably by this point, I doubt he put a whole lot of planning into the game. It's more about, getting the guys in who are playing well. It's the end of the year. It's the last game. Just see what they're going to do when maybe they play a little bit more free.
They've been playing pretty free all year. I feel like to see what it's going to be like without Dave Barlow, where they're forced to play free, where they don't have Barlow to rely on to score his 30 points a game that he has been the whole year. And yes, Sam McDaniel's there, and he's going to get his shots up, but who else is going to step up? 16-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Sam McDaniel finishes through the contact. Shot clock's turned off here for the Blues. They've got 20 seconds to get a shot up. And you'd imagine they're going inside. And they're looking for Dan Trist. He's got Carter on him. Sam McDaniel read that like a book. 5 seconds to get a shot up.
Oh.
Big swing pass. Kicks it to the team manager of the Frankston Blues. He wasn't ready for the shot.
No, Reese was open. I think he was in the right spot, too. This is not a very good pass.
Got to get a shot up to beat the buzzer. Bit too strong on that one. 3/4 time. We've played 30 minutes here. 10 more to go. Blues have the lead 70-55. It's been a free-flowing, scrappy, not picturesque game so far. But a game with plenty of highlights. Leading the way for the Blues, Majuk dominating that quarter. He's got 14 points and 8 rebounds. McDonald has 13 points as well. Trist has 10. And pretty much everyone else has scored. And then for the Sabres, Kingsley Box still leading the way with his 12 points. Sam McDaniel has 11. Reese Carter has 9. What do you think the over-under on Reese Carter's shot total for this quarter alone is? I'm going to say 10. He's taken 10 shots this quarter.
Go out on top. Well, I mean, if he can get hot or somebody gets hot, that
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He's still going to take 10 shots.
Well, he might as well, because that's about their only chance of getting some quick buckets, and defensively they got to get some stops on the other end. But, I mean, they're really missing. Your Barlow's out. You say that's 30 points. That's a lot of points to make up.
Absolutely. Now, as this is Reese Carter's final game, so yeah, but as we touched on at the start, you spent a few years with him in Adelaide and then with the Giants in your first year in the NBL. What's the best Reese Carter story you have that we're allowed to tell live on air?
I don't know. There wouldn't be one specifically that comes to mind.
What's your best memory of him on the court or off the court?
Well, in my first, in Adelaide, his first year coming to the team, I had been there for a while, but we played, we were with Marty Clark. It was his first year as a coach, and we were going through like 3- and 4-day practices, just like crazy amounts of work. And it brings the team pretty close together when you've got to do that. He was on that team, and he was a guy that, like everybody else, put in the work and didn't complain, even though it was probably like 2 more practices a day than we actually needed. Just stuff like that. Like, he's just a guy you could always rely on, a good teammate, never complained, picked everyone else up, and just somebody that all coaches want to have on their team.
Blues have the ball here to start the 4th quarter. Double comes, Carter and O'Brien. Hadziumarovic with a tough finish. McDaniel pulling the shorts as well with the sneaky little move there to try and get away with that.
And the Sabres were overplaying the passing lane. He just cut back door for a layup.
Carter on Hadziumarovic here. Now O'Brien. Carter takes the 3. There's his first shot. Nowhere near the ring. He's still going to take 9 more.
9 more to go.
Got a smile on his face as well.
Substitution for the Sabres, Zach Pantelis in for Jamie Sigonini.
Pantelis and Sigonini do their patented swap. 1 for 1. Hadziumarovic bringing up the ball. Could you tell that Reece Carter, because you were there when his first full year as a pro, could you tell that there was something special with him?
You could tell that he had a skill that a lot of other players don't have. He had kind of an X factor with the way he could do things on the court. You knew he was never going to be. He may never be the league MVP, but you could tell that he's going to be able to fit in pretty well in the team. But it's more work ethic too. Oh, there's a hook shot.
There's the hook.
That's 2 shots.
There's the first hook. I'm going to keep a tally of how many shots he takes.
He's going to get tired too.
He's going to leave everything on the court, and you would expect nothing less from a guy like Reece Carter. He gets the tip there. There's 3. He hits that shot. Sneaky, accidental little poke in the eye there. No foul called. Carter knows he got away with one there.
Does he? I don't know. It might have been overselling it because he's embarrassed to get in the ball stolen.
Playing for the foul. Carter tries to get another one, gets away with the foul there.
Oh.
Bozeman just shoves Pantelis out of the way.
Unorthodox way to get to the basket, but it worked.
O'Brien kicks to the corner to Pantelis. Finds Carter. They're looking for him every time now. Corner 3. No good. O'Brien nearly pulls down the board. Carter perfectly read there. He's going to take this one, you'd imagine. And he does. The wrong-footed floater. Kicks it out to Pantelis. No good there. This game's turning really scrappy now.
Oh, another turnover?
Another turnover, almost. Nope. Young saves it just. I thought it was getting scrappy, and it got more scrappy.
Oh, good move there, though.
Good move to the ring there. Lachlan Barker, tough finish.
This is...
We're going up and down.
Reminiscent of a domestic game in more ways than just a substitution.
McDaniel with the travel, throws it down afterwards just to say that he can. And that was the whistle that everyone really needed to take a breath. Sabres get a flop warning there as well. And Coach Cooper Brown and Pantelis can't help but laugh at it. Ball's at the top. Now to Bozeman. Double comes straight away. He finds Barker now inside to Majuk. Complete mismatch. Loses it and then puts it straight back in. Wowee. O'Brien brings it up and knocks it down himself. Got to carry a hand on everyone on the Sabres team. They're all shooters. And Bozeman Maybe going to run a play here for the first time in a few minutes, and then he loses it. Jump ball called.
Good. Defensively, that was a great step up on that screen. He wasn't expecting that double team and totally threw him out of what they wanted to do.
Cooper Brown is having the time of his life on the court, on the sidelines. Having a laugh with the refs. I don't think it was too much of a friendly laugh, but a laugh nonetheless. Sam McDaniel inside, jabs baseline, loses it in the air. He's going to go to the line and shoot two. Lachlan Barker whistled on that foul. McDaniel going to the line here. 17.8 points, 7 rebounds a game. 3 assists and a steal and a half. Handy figures. He's up to 12 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals today. Triple-double watch, can he get it?
Oh, anything's possible in this game. There's plenty of possessions, to be had.
And plenty of rebounds to pull down on missed shots.
Yeah.
Although the Blues shooting 55% from the field, that's not bad. And a
technical foul on the flop.
A tech called for the flop. Basket's going to count as well, as it was in the shooting motion.
Yeah, I don't hate that call. I mean, I don't think there's any. I don't think he oversold that flop, but if you do it throughout the game and you do get warned, you got to. If you're a ref, you've got to call it. You can't just keep warning people about it. And I do like getting out of the game. And the NBA, they're trying to get it out. NBL, kind of same thing. So this isn't soccer. Let's just play ball.
And you could tell that one was a flop as well. He was falling over before he got touched.
Yeah, I mean, Majuk's a pretty big guy.
He's a big, strong man.
Yeah, he did hit him, but not that hard.
I mean, if there's any solace, he's not the greatest of free throw shooters. So he's missed the first.
It does make it hard, though. Like you say, he's not playing at the end of NBL seasons. If you can't, you're not going to go in there and hit your free throws. It's not like he's knocking down threes or anything like that.
That back end shot looked perfect.
Yeah, that one did.
So maybe I'm just going to eat my words.
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't know his percentage either.
Blues have the ball here from the allocated technical line. With 14 on the shot clock. Bozeman's got it. Sabres in a zone here coming out of the inbound. Another no-look pass.
One-hand catch, no-look pass. Oh.
Hadziumerevich leaves it short. Trist pulls down the board. Plenty of contact, no whistle. Pulls down another board. Shoves everyone out of his way and gets called for the offensive foul.
Trist.
His demeanor out there kind of reminds me of the Winklevoss twins on the face. Have you seen that Facebook movie?
I haven't.
You haven't seen The Social Network?
No. Don't talk to me about movies. I'm not a movie person.
Oh, really? You're too busy doing your homework on basketball and NBL1.
Looking at where everyone went to college and what they averaged in their in their under 14 domestic season.
He walks around like he went to Harvard and he wants everybody to know it.
He's a big, strong man, and he's got something to prove, and he plays like he's got something to prove, and it looks good. That shot looks good as well from Tom O'Brien. McDonald has it, driving, kicks it to Young, and he loses it. Carter with another steal. Now to O'Brien. Great pass inside to Pantelis, who loses it. Finds Carter. He's left on an island. He knocks that one down. Crowd loves it as well.
That's 6 shots, too.
Up to 6?
Yeah, he's up to 6 shots.
I've missed a few.
I think it's 6.
We'll say 6. We'll say 6. Bozeman has it. Carter's going to play this whole last quarter. He almost comes up with another steal. It forces the turnover as well.
I don't know. I think he got. No, you're right. I guess he jumped and caught it because Reese got a hand on it. But they still called the over and back.
No, good call. Good call. Coach Harms is a bit perplexed by it, but
down to 13 points.
Good call.
Definitely a winnable game. Not easily, but it's winnable.
I mean, when Carter's in this mode where he's going to take any shot he wants, and he's going to throw bullet passes like that.
No,
what are you doing, Zach Pantelis?
You got to finish that.
It's his last game. You got to hit that shot. Plenty going on off the ball. Pantelis not happy about it. That's his 5th foul.
Fouled out. That's not a good 2 possession for Pantelis, and misses a layup and then fouls out on the other end.
He's frustrated as well. Doesn't agree with that call. He leaves the game with 3 points and 2 rebounds and an assist. And shockingly, Jamie Siganini doesn't check in for Zach Pantelis.
I thought that was like a rule.
They go for Ryan Beastie. And in probably the luckiest break Sabres are going to get for the night, Damon Bozeman has to take a seat. Bit of blood on the jersey. I said it in the women's game, why would you wear white jerseys? I've never understood white jerseys, especially
for the blood rule. Well, they look good.
Well, not just for the blood rule, but just they pick up all the sweat. They look obvious. They just
no. Well, it used to be that the rule was you had to have a white in
white
your
for
other
away.
Color. It had to be white. White looks pretty good.
Great defense there, Beastie, but they're too young.
Frankston's uniforms is a quiz for you. What they've taken them from the design?
The Bullets.
No.
No.
The Bullets.
The Washington Bullets.
No. It's not. It's similar, but it's not the Washington Bullets.
Oh, now you're teaching me things. What are they?
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Ah, yeah.
Their alternate jersey.
Yep. That pass is tipped and a timeout called. 3:47 left in the game. Blues have the lead 85-70. We're getting really scrappy in this fourth quarter. This fourth quarter's flown by.
Yeah, if you're Frankston, you're kind of just wishing the clock would tick down a little bit more and more. And Sabres, they look like, I don't know, they're running out of players, but they're probably still having a little bit of fun playing. But
yeah, they're not. They've got nothing. They're playing for Reese at the moment.
I guess,
so,
yeah.
So they're looking for him on every possession there.
Yeah.
They're looking to get him as many points as possible. Reese is leading the way for the Sabres. He's got 16 points.
He's been good. I mean, defensively, he's got a bunch of steals
8
and
rebounds.
some really good passes. He's been really good.
2 steals. Looking pretty. I mean, he top scored last night. He had what did he have? 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 steals.
Oh, wow, where did they play last night?
Diamond Valley. Had not a great game. Struggled a bit. Could have definitely a winnable game, but didn't quite pan out for them. Sabres have the ball here coming out of the timeout. Kingsley boxes check back in. There's Carter is open. Going to take another shot and he beats the buzzer.
Nice. That was a play too. That was his
perfectly shot. Run play there by the Sabres. Told you he's getting his 10 shots up in this quarter. He's up to 7.
He's shooting at a great clip too. Keep putting them up.
McDonald shot rims out. Unlucky there. Carter brings it up. Pull up in transition.
Oh,
maybe not terrible pass in the end. Hadji Merovic.
Good foul. That's all right. Good foul.
Smart foul there by Reese Carter. He's frustrated with himself. Knew that was a bad pass. Carter's up to 3 fouls. Can't foul out in your last game. Although that would be pretty perfect for Reese.
Yeah.
He plays hard. He doesn't never not play hard. If that was not English. He plays hard. That's the point I'm getting at.
Double negatives, but I think
he always
teach you at school not to do double negatives.
Always plays hard. I didn't go to a great school. Hadzi Merovic hits both free throws. Just over 3 minutes left in the game. 14-point advantage to the Blues.
Ooh.
O'Brien dribbles it out of bounds. Harassing defense there by Hadzimerovic. And Carter with another foul. That's his fourth.
Service foul number 7, Reese Carter, fourth personal, fourth team foul.
Fourth team as well. All of his 4 fouls have come in this quarter as well. He's doing the fouling for the team in this quarter. Don't foul out, Reese. You can't foul out. 3 more shots, then you can foul out.
Yeah. You got a bet on. Get some money on this. Oh, that's a foul.
Gets away with it. There he is. Late call on the hook.
Loose foul number 3, Iggy Hadzimerovic, first personal, third team foul.
Easy call there by the ref. Late call as well. Iggy's not happy with it either. But it was a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, it was obvious. He caught him in the back of the head with his elbow.
Screen comes at the top. O'Brien has it. Reese has it. Got to carry a hand anywhere on the court. He's going to take the shot. And he does just that. And he knocks it down. Oh, my goodness, Reese Carter. Oh, my. Are you sure you want to retire? Are you sure? He's leaving everything out on the court tonight. He knows that he's on 4 fouls as well. He doesn't want to foul. To McDaniel, he's in rhythm. And that one just rims out. And the Blues slowing it down. Leads at 11 now. It's definitely doable. 2 minutes left in the game. 76-87. Fouls called. Sam McDaniel whistled for that one. They're over the bonus. Oh, they're in the bonus. And a timeout called here. 1 minute 58 left in the game. 76-87. We were too busy having fun that we forgot to look at the score, and all of a sudden it's an 11-point game. That's
11 points. You got under 2 minutes to go. This is a tough one to win from here.
But if there's any time and any team that are going to pull out something miraculous like this,
I think they can get the scores, but the stops are going to be hard to come by defensively.
Yeah, especially already being in the bonus. Well, not already, but being in the bonus.
Undersized. Yeah.
It's going to be tough. Reese Carter's crept up to 22 points. 9 rebounds as well, and 5 steals. He's leaving on a man of the match performance almost. Leading all scorers now as well. Majuk, 21 points for the Blues. He seems to be on ice for the rest of the game.
Yep, he's got a towel on, he's relaxed. I don't think we've heard any Cotton Eye Joe here tonight. Is that a first?
No Cotton Eye Joe tonight.
Was that probably like a 20-year run of Cotton Eye Joe at the Sabre Dome? They haven't played it. Longer than 20 years.
Changing it up a little bit. Hadzimerovic heading to the line here. Knocks down the first. He's up to 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 turnovers as well. Not the most eloquent of stat lines. Hits them both under 2 minutes here. 76-89. Hand off to O'Brien. No good there. Iggy pulls down the board. Bozeman in the number 2 now. Switching because of the blood rule. 2 games in a row we've had a singlet change with the blood rule. Takes a tough mid-range shot. Knocks that down. McDaniel has it. Screen comes. Great pass inside. Beautiful pick and roll there. McDaniel to Siganini. Sabres coming out in a press. And then Siganini whistled for the foul there. Gets his hand caught in the cookie jar there. And Young's going to head to the line. No, Barker to the line to shoot 2 here for the Blues. And we're playing the free throw game now.
Might be time to put this one in the books. Never say never, but...
Well, Carter's going to run out this entire fourth quarter.
Everybody just wants to watch Reese shoot anyways.
He's got it there, thought about it. Tris knows as well. Carry a hand with the little scoop layup. Oh, my. He's bringing out every trick now. Every trick.
All the stuff.
Looking pretty there. Don't foul. And Trist gets the up and under with McDaniel. O'Brien looking for Carter. Kingsley box. Bozeman called for the foul there. The ref gives him a, what do you mean? Oh, it was a foul, mate. And the Sabres call a timeout,
no.
much to the chagrin of one Adam Ballinger.
The fans.
43 seconds remain in the game, 80-95. I have no doubt that Coach Cooper Brown's drawing up a play here for Carter.
Maybe,
to get another 3 out.
Do you take him out though with like 10 seconds to go so he can get like a standing
ovation? Ooh.
Because there are not enough people here to make it matter. I guess if he's hot, you want to leave him in. They can get a couple more baskets.
And knowing Reese, he would, as much as he might not want to say it, he wants to stay out there. He wants to keep taking the shots.
Yeah.
No doubt.
He might come back next year and play too. Because if you leave on too high of a note,
pull a Luke Hodge and announce your retirement, and then say, actually, the Mark Henry, I got a lot more left in the tank. I mean, he's leaving it all out on the floor tonight. He's got 24 points, shooting 9 for 17, 6 for 12 from beyond the arc, 9 rebounds as well, and 5 steals.
Heck of a game, doing it all.
He's gone that Mamba mentality. He's finishing. He's not leaving anything left in the tank. He might need to be wheeled out of here on a wheelchair. And
yeah, he's running up and down the court. Nothing looks like easy.
Get some fluids back into him at the end of the game.
He's not got very many fluid movements. Everything looks like a bit of a struggle, but he's just playing and scoring so well.
Here we go. They've drawn up a play here. Carter's going to inbound. Got to watch out for the inbounder on this one. Siganini takes the 3 instead. That one's no good. Still playing a bit of a press here. Nothing coming easy. Carter comes up with the steal. McDaniel has it. Got to slow it down. Got to give it to Reese.
Oh, he gave it to Reese.
Kingsley Box takes the 3 instead. That's all right. Box is going to take the 3. They're coming out in a press here. Got to get it in. They do just. And then they leave wide open. Throws it down.
Number 24.
Does Howie.
Howie.
And that's just about it. They're going to... Could have been called for the foul there. Carter pulls down the board. Is he going to take a final shot? Got to give it to him. He takes it. Puts it up. That's his 10 for the quarter. That's all right. He gets his 10 for the quarter. That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. The Frankston Blues run out winners 97-83 here at the Sabre Dome. The Frankston Blues look forward to next week when they will take on the Nunawading Spectres. But leading all scorers for the game in his final professional game, leaving behind a 17-year international career, over almost 300 NBL games, 2-time champion. We congratulate Reese Carter on a fantastic career. How do you think he's going to go as a coach?
I think he's starting the right way. You got to start low and start slow and kind of learn your way, because it's definitely different than playing. They don't translate. He's got a lot of knowledge, but you have to learn the profession. So if that's what he wants to do, I think he'll be pretty good at it.
As we look forward to next week, to the first round of the NBL1 finals. We have Ballarat, battling Kilsyth. Geelong take on Dandenong. Melbourne against Bendigo, and Geelong taking on the Nunawading Spectres. Thank you very much for joining us, not just today, but all year. Thank you very much in what has been an amazing inaugural season of the NBL1. Hasn't it just been great?
It's been really good. It's been a good experience for me, but it's been more good working with you, Jamie. You got hopefully a good career ahead of you, and thanks for taking the time, and all the work that you do makes what I'm doing a heck of a lot easier.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Southern Basketball Association and the Southern Sabres, thank you very much to the NBL1, the joint initiative between the NBL and Basketball Victoria. Thank you to all the teams across Melbourne, across the Greater Victoria area, and of course the teams down in Tasmania as well. Thank you very much. We will be back next season. Good luck to all the NBL1 finals teams. Thank you and goodbye.